It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior Live. I'll be your host today. Please put in the chat where you're from and who you are. When we start reviewing the news articles, if you want to look at our Facebook page, just click here and you can follow the articles along as we go. See you in a moment. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Tech for Senior Live. I'm Ron Brown, and we have a great show for you today. We're going to do a brief introduction. We're going to talk about foldable and flip phones, and Ray's going to tell us all about his sex appeal with the phone. And then we have, of course, we're going to go over the news today. If you are listening to this, welcome and thank you for coming. If you're listening to it as a YouTube replay, thanks so much. If you are on our, if you're listening to this as part of a YouTube short, just click the link in the description and it'll take you to the show today. So thanks everyone for coming. This is Bob's away, of course. He may be joining us a bit later, but he had another commitment, and of course he lives in a very rural area, so he has to drive a long distance wherever he goes to do something. So he may join us from the car, or he may join us a little bit later in the show. But so we have our usual gang here today, and I'm going to introduce those in a minute, just so everyone understands, because we may have some new people listening today. We are what is Tech for Senior Live? Well, we're a gang of seniors who got together, and we have a big show on Monday. Monday is our main show, and that, of course, is a Zoom show, and we broadcast that out to YouTube as well. So in order to see the show, you either watch it on our YouTube channel or with our Zoom broadcast. However, this show isn't Zoom. This is we're broadcasting this out through StreamYard, and it's not a Zoom meeting. So I see some people have logged in already to our Zoom account. We'll see you Monday, guys, over there. Whoever's over there, we'll see you on Monday, because it's not a Zoom. This isn't a Zoom meeting, and we broadcast this out to our Facebook page and to our YouTube channel. And just to let everyone know, let's see here, we come up here, banners. We're going to be going over the news later today, and this is our Facebook page where you'll find all the articles we're going to talk about. And if you want to follow along as we review the articles in there, this is where you will find the articles. We then have this, of course, is both our Monday and this show are recorded, and you can watch the show later in the day or later in the week. It'll be there for you, and we podcast it out as well. So we have on our YouTube channel just over 650 videos now that you can, which are technology videos and how to better explain technology. So I'm going to introduce now everyone, because these are the people who make this all happen and who are the contributors to those videos. And the first, of course, I want to introduce is my co-host on our Monday show, good friend of mine. We talk almost daily. We have a lot of activity through the week. Huey Popluck. Now, Huey, of course, we're not in the same studio. We're actually in different countries. He's on the east coast of the United States. I'm on a little island off the west coast of Canada. And Ray will talk. I'll introduce Ray in a minute, but he's, of course, in Arizona. So we're we're all over the place, and we get together through the magic of technology, and we come together to do this show. So, Huey, how the heck are you this morning?
I am doing great. I'm finally recovering from Tuesday. I was a poll worker,
Oh
and
yeah.
we had to get to work like at 5:30 in the morning, and we finished up and walked out the door at 8 o'clock at night. It's a long day for an old man, but I survived. But it cost me a little bit yesterday, and probably some more today before I finally catch up and feel comfortable again.
Well, you better be on your toes because we have another
Yeah,
session this morning.
today's a busy day for us.
Busy day.
Absolutely.
We're actually doing learning Chromebooks.
Yep. And I can't wait. And I can't wait till we look at the articles we have on Facebook, because I found a picture that I posted, or that I posted 5 years ago, and that I used in one of my presentations about Chromebooks, about first graders and Chromebooks. These kids use them all the time, so that means we should be able to very easily.
Well, also, we have the Chrome OS 104, which I'll be talking about today in our session, is really made the Chromebooks great. The software now is really slick. So we'll be talking all about the new features. There's a whole bunch of really cool features that everyone's going to use that have come out this in the last version. So I'm
Yeah,
going to go over those.
they're improving them all the time, and even the Chrome OS Flex, the ones that you can install on old Macs and PCs, just updated to version 106, so it's two versions ahead of the regular Chromebooks.
It is, yes, it is. So we're gonna have a good time with that. That
Yep.
will be for those, if anyone wants to come and hasn't come yet, you can register if you go over to, this is our webpage. It's www.techforsenior.com. If you go to that page, you can you'll see the link to register. This is it's free, but you do need to register for that, right, Huey?
Yep, and I'm looking for the link for the to register for. I'll find it.
Well, the link is, it's probably easier to, Huey, because it's
Yeah.
just right on our webpage there. And if you just go there, you'll see the big link. It says register, so you can certainly do that, and that's great. So we've got a busy morning, and of course, also a busy guy is of course a good friend of mine. Now I always come up with different things to introduce Ray, but this today is going to be, Ray is going to be the sexiest guy alive because of the phone he has, right? We'll talk about that in a minute. But Ray, of course, is our good friend. He's our musical director for our show on Monday. He always has great tunes for us. He's very knowledgeable, president of APCUG Computer Club, a national computer club or international computer club organization. He's a very techie guy, knows a lot about computers and music as well. He's a super nice guy too. He's always coined as being Mr. Nice Guy, but today we're going to coin him as being a sexy guy because he's got a flip phone he's going to talk about. I'm going to tell you about the article in a minute. So anyway, welcome, Ray Baxter.
Thank you so much, Ron. That sounded like I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. Thank you.
Well, we're happy to have you here. As I mentioned, Bob's away today, and he may be joining us a bit later. Huey, do we have anybody out there now? The other thing is that it would be nice if people could put. We have no idea if we're just having a chat amongst ourselves. I guess if we are, we'll just have a nice talk for the next hour. If we have people listening, if you put your name in there. Oh, and the other thing, I'd like in the comments, not comments. Hold on here. What I would like. Let's see here. In your comments, would you consider a fold or flip phone? And just, let us know your thoughts on that. We're going to talk a little bit about that this morning, and that would be cool. All right, Huey, let's see what's going on. Bob Baxter from Bellevue, Washington. Hi, Bob. 70 degrees, going to be a hot one. Murray from Victoria, beautiful sunny Victoria, about 70 degrees. Murray, did you get the heat warning that was came out on my phone this morning saying it's going to, there's an Environment Canada heat warning for today. So it could be a little on the hot side. Gerald Smith, 67 degrees West Seattle, 90 today, going up to, yeah, it's going to be a hot one. Bernard DeVazio, Sterling Heights Computer Club, Detroit, Michigan. Well done. Hi. Havana Stewart, Argyle, Texas, 81 degrees. Christine Gould, oh, hello from Geeks on Tour with that famous show on Monday, The Button Show. Hello from beautiful and quaint Bexhill on the Sea, UK. Are they in Britain?
United Kingdom.
Yeah, she last we heard she was in New Jersey.
Did they fly to England?
I hope they didn't drive their van over there, their motorhome.
Wow.
They get around.
Yeah, well done. Well, we're broadcasting over to England. That's pretty cool. Stu from Dunedin, Florida. Mike Ungerman. Yes, Mike is, of course, a regular contributor to our Monday show. He'll be doing a talk this coming Monday on solar panels. It'll be part 4, which is pretty cool. And so that's, and Mike is also going to be doing a series on EV cars for us. So Mike is a good friend of ours. Well done, Mike, or well done, Mike. And Steve, Kirkland, Washington, 71 degrees. Steve Powell, yeah. Diane Binder from Florida. Nucky, hi from Wasaga Beach, Ontario, Canada.
Is that a new person?
Is Nucky new?
I don't recognize the name.
I think so.
Well, welcome. So we always like to shout out the new people. If we haven't noticed you before and this is not your first time here, then we apologize profusely. But if it is your first time, a big welcome to you and thank you for coming. So welcome. Of course, Kathleen Steed, we know Kathleen. She was here last week. Welcome, Kathleen. Where on your homepage is the connection for Facebook? I see stream live at the upper left, but that took me to YouTube, which is where I am now, 82 degrees in New York City. I'll have to look. I don't have the Facebook page up. I know the button will take, it doesn't matter whether you go to YouTube or Facebook, it will be, you're looking on the live stream. You can, of course, just click the link to our Facebook page, and that should take you over to Facebook where you can look. Mike Ungerman, sticking with my Pixel 3. Yeah, pick 3A. I've got, and I use it for camera work. This is my Pixel 3, and I keep it off. But it's fully charged. But great camera. I have, of course, a Pixel 6 now, which I like very much. Oh, by the way, Pixel 7 is coming out shortly. We'll be talking lots about that as well. Sally Ann, it will be hot today. Yes, we'll try a flip or fold phone. There you go. Yeah, interest there. Okay. Christine Gould, I came very close to getting a Samsung Flip, but the camera wasn't good enough. I think the concept is great. Yeah, well, we'll talk about that. Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, for sure, it's an interesting. And Kathleen Steed said, no flip or fold. Why would I want one? Well, that's a very good question, and we'll talk a bit about that. Murray Strom, yes, but last one didn't really get too bad here. We bought a portable air conditioner, yes, and haven't had to use it very much. Yes, it's Christine. We did fly yesterday and slept all day today. Oh, so they are in Britain. Oh, that's cool, eh? Yeah, well done. Kathleen says they are going to a wedding in England and they flew from JFK.
Talking about the Goulds.
Yeah, the Christine. Yeah. Okay, cool. Clark Walker, near Trenton, New Jersey, temperature 82 degrees, going to 90. So far, the humidity is not too bad. Claudia Kill, Smokey from San Antonio, 83. So is Claudia new? Do you recognize?
I don't recognize her name either. Yeah.
Again, we apologize if we haven't, Claudia, if you've been and you're a regular visitor and we haven't shouted out before, well, we apologize profusely. But if you are new and this is your first time, welcome from San Antonio. I spent a lot of time in San Antonio when we had our fifth wheel. That was one of our favorite stops. Know San Antonio very well. Yes, and it's and the Gould, yes, Kathleen sees the Goulds, that is, yeah. Edie Taylor Edward Richards, Prescott, Arizona, with monsoon showers in the afternoon. Do you know Edie?
Oh, yes, very well. She sometimes comes to my Pacing Club meetings, and I got to meet her in person when I did an in-person visit in Prescott at the Prescott Computer Society about 3 months ago.
Right. Geeks on Tour says our show is on Sunday. Your show is on Monday.
Yeah, you said it was
Right.
their show was on Monday.
Oh,
The show was a Sunday show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. It's my favorite. It's my favorite Sunday show. When of course Huey's WinSig is not on, and then I have to have divided allegiance, but I have two monitors, so I can have one on each. So I'm neutral on that one. Okay, got to be politically correct here. Claudia says, "Don't like changing phones. Don't see reason for flip." Well, good point. We'll talk about that. Ray would love this place, music themed bed and breakfast.
Okay.
Pictures. I hope pictures are coming. I wonder if they sent the link out. If the Gould sent the link out for the for their trip, and they usually put a Google Photos link out so we can see the pictures. Richard says Monrovia, California, not Canada. 76 degrees, but going up to 95 later.
Yeah.
Claudia, first time. Well, welcome. Yes, welcome, Claudia. Thank you so much for coming. That's great. Yes.
We always like to hear how the newcomers found out about us.
Yeah. It's always nice when we have some newcomers.
It's 89 here, and during the night I checked the humidity. It was 90%. That's the difference between hot in Florida and hot in Arizona.
Yes.
All right. So what I wanted to do is, let me just bring this up here. And the heck did I put that? Here we go. Now, you may not be able to see this, but I will just read part of this. And this is one of the articles we're going to look at today. Samsung's Fold is the showcase, but the Flip still has the sex appeal. And they're going to talking about Samsung latest foldables, and this talks about the new Galaxy Z Fold 4. And so that was the article that came out this week. And I, of course, I have been very interested in this technology. Now, if we talk about two things, Ray, and Ray has, of course, the Flip, but I wanted just to let everybody know what we're talking about here. We're talking about foldable phones and flip phones. So what's the difference? Well, a foldable phone is one, it looks like a normal cell phone, right? And you can fold it out onto itself. It sort of opens up like a clamshell and folds out. So really you have twice the space, right? Because it folds out on itself. And so you have twice the space. Now, Ray, I'm not sure on when you fold them out, if it's not folded, can you actually see the back side? Can you use the back side?
Yes, you can use it like a foldable phone on the Samsung. You can use it like a regular phone without opening it up. But
Okay, all right.
So you properly pointed out, when you open it up, now you have twice the space. You can have different images on either side.
So in other words, you really have three screens.
Yes.
But the one screen is used when it's a double screen.
Yes.
Right. So that's, and I'm not, so I mean, that's cool, and I think but that I'm not really, that's really not I personally don't see that as a huge advantage. But the Flip, now this is different. This is not foldable. So the Flip folds down on itself. So it's like a regular cell phone, but it folds like Ray's got here, and it folds. Can you open it up, Ray? Yeah, you see, and it just folds in half. But the cool part about this is, and if you fold it again for us, Ray, fold it up, is that what Ray is showing you now is a phone. So you actually can do all the functions on the phone without opening it up, right?
Yeah, you have a
So
small 1.9-inch screen here that
yeah,
provides notifications and some other things. So actually, if your phone gives you a notification, you can just glance at it and see who's calling or what the text message is without having to actually open up the phone. Very nice feature, I like.
exactly. So so it's now the interesting part about this is, of course, you're we went through initially when it's been around. Samsung, of course, has a captive market on this because they make the screens, right? Oh,
Mhm.
here's Bob. Ah, look, Bob arrived. Welcome, Bob. Let me
Thank
introduce
you.
Bob just before we get going here, so everyone knows Bob Gustisha. Bob, of course, is a great guy. He has been with us since day one when we started Tech for Senior. He's our security expert. He does security news update on our Monday show, and he is an amazing individual who creates a lot of videos on technology. So he's not just a security person, but he does a lot of videos on a lot of different technology. And so we're so fortunate to have him here. Thanks for coming, Bob, and thanks for racing back from your doctor's appointment. I hope everything turned out okay.
Everything's perfect.
You're going to live another
She
100.
said she says I'll be here another 6 months.
Ah,
At least she's hoping so I can pay her again in 6 months.
there you go. So we're just talking about Ray's flip phone, Bob, when you came in. So Samsung has the market on this,
Yep.
and they and they have really done well, and they have sold out pretty much all the models that have the flip and fold. It's very, very popular, and but it's still a tiny part of the market, right? It's still not a big part of the market, but it's a very popular part of the market they have. And they have predicted in this article that this is the way we're going to go. This is really going to expand and become a very useful feature. And I can see the foldable phone or the flip phone being I can see that as being really advantageous because it's small and it fits in the palm of your hand. Particularly for women, it would be easy to fit in smaller purses, and you don't have this great big honking thing to carry around, right? So Ray, can you give us your thoughts on it?
Well,
What do you think? What you've had now? One of the things I want you to answer is Chris Chris from Greeks on Tour was, of course, saying about the quality of the pictures. Like, I guess that's the big problem. And I think the new one, the Flip Z, is going to address some of the Flip Z4, the one that's coming out. They've improved the camera again on it. What do you think?
Again, I've had it about 3 weeks. I haven't taken a lot of pictures directly with it. The camera is a 12 megapixel camera, and it's a normal lens, and then there's an ultra wide. Chris is right in that it does not have a telephoto lens. So for people who really who use that a lot, they would miss that. Again, it's a small form factor, so you can't put almost everything that you would expect from a true flagship phone. But the cameras that are in it, I took them outside with my oldest Motorola phone, and I held them up, and I could not believe how clear the screen was with the flip phone and the pictures I was going to take. And then, of course, it has what's called the flex mode, which is very unique. Of course, you can only do this with a flip phone. I can put it in a right angle, set it on any flat surface, and take a selfie of myself, take a video selfie. I don't need a tripod. I don't need to be carrying around special extra equipment. So there's some unique advantages to it as well.
Ray, can you open it up and show us the screen? Like, now we've sort of worked through the screen problems. People are worried about the foldable part, but you don't notice a crease in the screen, or what do you?
When I touch it over here, I can feel it. So I can
Right.
definitely feel the crease there. And after 1 day of use, it doesn't. I don't care. It's just there.
Right.
Let me do the fingerprint again here. So to see it, it's hard to see it.
Right.
Here's it's folding,
Right.
and of course when it folds, then if I'm in like the camera app, I'll have the camera up here, and I'll have all the controls for the camera down here, so I don't have to be touching that part of the screen. And again, when it's sitting on a flat surface like that, I can have it facing me, say cheese, and it'll take my picture.
Yeah.
On Monday, if for those folks, I'm going to do a 10 to 15-minute presentation that'll cover all of this in much more detail.
And
All
you
right,
have you have version 3, right? Not 4.
I bought the Flip 3, and I'll tell you about the significant difference in price between the Flip 3 and the Flip 4, which actually tomorrow is will come out. Is it tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow it'll actually start. It's now you can pre-order it, and tomorrow they're going to actually start shipping the new Flip 4. And on Monday I'll give you the differences between the 3 and the 4, and it's not a lot. But because the 3 is last year's model, you can buy them now at substantial discount.
Right. Good. Okay. We look forward to that. And that, of course, if we come back up, let me just get.
I personally would still be more interested in
You like the fold.
not the Flip. I like the Fold because it gives me a bigger. So I can have my big phone, and now you make it even bigger.
Right.
I want to answer Ron's question about sex appeal.
Mm-hmm.
The sex appeal is it's cool. It's cool. You have people around you. Oh, right. Here's what I typically do. I'll say, "Oh, let me show you my new phone," and I'll hold it open like this or something, and then I'll say, "Oh, wait," and everybody thinks that's cool. That's the sex appeal.
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, there you go. And if you want to come and watch Ray's talk on our Monday show, this is where you can find all the information about our Monday show at www.techforsenior.com. All right.
There is a comment that Steve said, how about combining the two, a flip phone that then unfolds out?
Yeah. Or it would be a 4-way flip.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
That would be too thick in the pocket, even when
but the advantage of the folding phone is you've got a full phone, and then when you open it up, it's almost the size of a tablet.
Right.
And so you've got a lot of space to work with, and that makes it really nice too. But you got to carry it around, so depending upon what you're comfortable carrying.
That's the point. Very good.
Well, we'll see.
I'm carrying a monster now.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, mine is
Okay.
too.
So, yep.
Yeah. Put
Now,
that in
if you fold this out, of course, I'd almost have a tablet.
Yeah. But if you, Bob, if you took that and tried to put it in a purse, I mean, you'd have to have a pretty big, if women walking around, you have a pretty big purse to put that thing in, right?
Most women carry the kitchen sink in their purse. So what's adding a little phone to it?
Okay.
I have to have deep pockets for my phone.
You do, yeah. All right, listen, we should probably do some work and look at some
let's
articles,
do some work.
Hey, if we got caught up, you ever got caught up on all
let's see. Where are we here?
Stan Wallner, hi from sunny Orlando. Hi, Stan. Alexis, great channel. I am pleased to be here. You guys always are very informative. Is that Alexis's first time?
No, I think I've seen her before.
Okay. Well, anyway, welcome. Thanks for coming. Yeah.
Don't mispronounce Alexis's name, because you'll set up all kinds of devices.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll set up all my devices. Ray's Joel says, Ray, what model do you have? And that
the Samsung Flip 3,
which is the one before the new 4, which is being released, right?
Exactly. Right. Came out in August 2021.
Smaller for women's purses. Where do men carry their phones? Well, that's a good point. So one of the advantages of that is you carry it in your pocket. It easily fits in your pocket.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't need a holder.
Two advantages. One, it's smaller, so it fits, and lighter, so it fits so much more easily in your pocket. But I'm always concerned when I put my standard size phone in my pocket, if I have keys in that same pocket or change, am I going to scratch the screen? I know there's Gorilla Glass and other things, but still, it bothers me this way with the case closed. No bother at all.
The left pocket is for the phone and only the phone. Nothing but the phone.
Same with mine.
Yep.
And my right pocket would be bulging.
So Ray,
yeah.
Ray, what's with keys? I mean, can't you start your car with your phone? Can't you take house keys? don't you have on your phone? Don't you have an electronic entry now? You just need your phone, right?
I don't lock my door where I live, so why would I need that?
Richard says, I don't have one, but I really like the Z Fold 4 with the big screen one. Yeah. So yeah, Richard's, yeah. Love the form factor. It is. Flip phone doesn't need a case, correct?
Not exact entirely, and I'll talk more about that on Monday. They are very slippery. So I do have actually this case that just slides over it nicely. It makes it slightly thicker, but they're now well protected. I won't drop it. I'll show these again more on Monday.
If I got one of those, I could start wearing it on my wrist again.
Yes, truly.
Right. All right. Jolin's here. Oh, great. Hi, Jolin. So good to hear you landed safe and sound. Hugs. Yes.
Yeah, that's to the ghouls.
There you go. All right. Let's do some work. We are going to share our screen. And we will see here. I'll even make this a little bit bigger. And just to let everyone know, if you want to follow on over on our Facebook page, this is the link at www.facebook.com, and just go /Tech for Senior, and you'll find our page.
Are you starting at the beginning? Doesn't look like it.
Oh, come on here.
Keep going.
There we go. Yeah.
There we go.
Nope, that's not the beginning.
It is on mine.
It is on mine. What, did you sneak one in on us while we were talking here?
Driving back to the doctor, I bet you did.
Yeah, Rob's trying
to.
Yeah, that's not the beginning. Do a refresh.
Down we go.
That's the top one on mine.
Yeah, there we go. All right, let's get on with this. So the first article I want to talk about was Fitbit just announced the two new watches coming out, and they will have, of course, they will have the Google Wallet. And one of the problems with Fitbit has been, and I've always criticized this, is that you have to use Fitbit Pay on a Fitbit watch. There is no other way in which you can use a payment service with your watch other than using the Fitbit Pay. Google Wallet will not work on a Fitbit watch up until now. And with the new these new watches coming out, and it's the Versa. These are Versa. They're not the Sense line. They will have Google Wallet incorporated out, and they just announced that. I think this was today. They announced these watches, so I thought I'd let everybody know about that. Fitbit by Google branding launches the Fitbit Sense 2. Yes, there'll be the new Sense, and there will be the Versa 4. I hope they backfit the my Fitbit Sense, because the Fitbit Pay just doesn't work. So I really want that. This is have you guys been following this, the revolt at Apple?
Tell them to stay home and start collecting unemployment. You don't want to go to work? Don't go to work.
Yeah, well, of course.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they've been, of course, all working at home, right? And so, Tim Cook says, "Sorry, guys, you got to come back to the office." And there's like a massive revolt over at Apple. They do not want to do that. So
maybe there's some new people that are looking for a decent job.
I think a lot of people have gotten complacent being able to stay in their pajamas or shorts or whatever they wear around the house and grab a snack and do whatever they want. As the day progresses, pet the dog and take the dog out for a walk and everything else that you can't do when you go to work.
And I think another issue is the companies have committed to long-term office space contracts that they cannot get out of. So rather than having the space sitting there empty, they want the employees to come back.
Well, a lot of the employees probably have moved. They might have even moved longer distances away, and they're going to have big commutes coming back to the office. I don't know.
It's hard to
The
commute
next
from
one is the
hard
Galaxy.
to commute from Florida all the way back to New York.
Galaxy Watch 5, of course, is announced, and this will have the new version of Wear on it. So we're getting a whole bunch of new watches now, including Apple's new watches coming out. So I'll be making lots of watch videos. But the Apple Watch 5 is coming out. The big thing about Apple Watch 5 will be the better battery and the fast charging, along with a few other minor upgrades to it. But it'll have the new version of Wear OS on it. So the whole integration to the Google system probably will work a bit better. But the big thing will be the better battery and the fast charging.
Yeah, Ron, you're going to have to tell your wife there's new watches coming out, and there's new vacuums coming out, and there's new other things coming out that you're going to have to be buying new things.
Well, she's away this week, so she does. I bought a bunch of stuff. She doesn't know that. She's not listening to the show. But I bought my fourth robotic vacuum. I don't want to discuss that right now, but I bought another vacuum. It should be arriving as we speak. I'm listening with one ear for the Amazon driver, but it should be arriving today.
He calls you by name when he arrives, right?
He does. Yeah, they do. So this is now this is a big one because Ray has a Plex server, and Ray's done a lot of talking about Plex. He's done a whole bunch of talks on our show about Plex. And
Ron,
yeah,
I posted about that yesterday.
Yeah,
I even did a video on it yesterday.
Yeah, Bob's on top of this, but I wanted to bring it up today. Ray, did you change your password?
No, I don't worry about stuff like that. It did not. I read the article, and I don't think it's going to affect me. After all, what is my Plex server? It has media. Doesn't have personal information. It's my media. So what are they? What? So I'll wait to hear more about it. But right at this point, it did not concern me.
Okay. This was, of course, the data.
Even the guy from Have I Been Pawned was hacked.
Right. Okay. Then this, right. I just wanted to, I put this article up there. Bob and I have the Pixel 6.
What's the article? So the people.
The article says Pixel 6 sees huge growth, but it still has only 2% of the market share. And Bob and I both have Pixel 6 phones. We talk a lot about Pixel because we're sort of a Googler people. And but despite the popularity that we talk about all the time, it's only 2% of the market. What you have to realize in the United States is 49% of the market is iPhones, right? Half of the people in the United States have iPhones. It's a massive market. And the other about 30 or 40% have Samsung phones. That's the big chunk of the real estate is Samsung and Apple. So I just thought we have to put things in perspective when we're writing articles and talking about things, because half of the users will have iPhones. And of course, Apple will September the 7th, coming up pretty quick, couple of more weeks, we'll have yet the iPhone, the new iPhone that will be launching on September 7th. That will be the final, that's the day. Now, there's going to be a bunch of new features, but well, we'll talk about that as it comes closer. Ray, so this is a good article, poor title.
I kind of changed my mind a little bit. The author here talks about a folding phone might be just what you needed to enjoy, and kind of has put both the flip phone and the fold phone in the same category. And I guess they are technically in the same category because they both fold, just different ways. But when I first read the article, I kind of changed my mind a little bit. Maybe the title is all right. But this is a good article. She goes on to explain the differences between the two styles that we've already talked about this morning. But aside from my nitpicking, the article points out the inherent advantage of this form factor, that you can twist and point the camera in a number of ways to take a picture, and you don't have to do that with your body if you're using a standard smartphone.
So, Ray, is there any? I wonder if there's any technical reason why they couldn't put the same camera in an S like the S22 has, the Samsung, into a foldable phone. Like, what is it? Because you're using. What is the problem? Why can't we have the same camera? Is there some?
Space.
Is it space?
I'm going to guess space. I think we always write that. Again, this is a really small form factor. It's half the size that you're trying to put all that's I think the reason why it does not have a telephoto lens. They had to eliminate
How many cameras are on the back of that phone?
2.
Okay. And if you look at the S22, you'll find an array of cameras.
In the Ultra, there's
So,
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way you can fit those. Remember, you can only use half of that phone to put your cameras on, right?
As far as physical
Because-
space like that, yes.
Yeah, right. Because it
That-
folds
that-
in half, so it's only half that you can use.
Huey, this is an interesting picture. We want to talk about this.
Yeah, this picture actually was one of those Facebook memory pictures that came up. It happened to come up this morning, and I had captured it 5 years ago from Twitter. It's a first grade class, and for those in the on the podcast, there's probably 20, 25 kids there, each with a Chromebook in front of them. And how I got into Chromebooks is I said, well, if a first grader or a kindergarten kid can use a Chromebook, then certainly seniors and other adults, grandparents and parents should be able to use them without any problems.
There you go.
And then we have our Learning Chromebook show later today, where if you aren't familiar with them, that's a good place to start learning about them.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. All right. I think you posted that probably twice on there. Bob, what's this about? DuckDuckGo.
DuckDuckGo also has private email, and it's now available for anyone.
Bob, just before you go there, can you just explain what there may be some people that listening to the show that don't understand what DuckDuckGo is?
DuckDuckGo is a search engine, or it was primarily a search engine. And DuckDuckGo got into a little bit of trouble because it's supposed to have blocked all the ads and stuff, except the ones from Microsoft. So they finally got over that problem, and then they came out. They also have a browser, and they also have email, and it's private email, which was originally only available, but now it's available to everybody. Now the question is, how much are you going to trust them, considering that they already once allowed somebody else in?
Mm-hmm. So my question, Bob, to DuckDuckGo would be, whose phone?
It's mine, and I'm the other end of the room. I'm going to
just mute. There you go. Bob, how do they make their money? How does DuckDuckGo make money?
I don't know.
I mean,
I have no clue.
Yeah,
because I don't use the search engine, I don't use the browser, and I don't use their email.
Yeah, because somehow they got to make some money, and I wonder how they're doing it. Okay,
they're doing a lot of advertising. There's even billboards up for them.
Yep.
But
they're trying to recoup from the ding that they got when it turned out that they didn't block everything, because they allowed Microsoft to get through with their blocker.
As soon as they announced that they had an email, of course, I jumped on it so I could make sure that I got my Huey at duck.com. So I'm Huey Duck again.
You're Huey Duck. All right. And Bob, what is this? Afraid of losing your car keys? What?
Yes, this guy had it implanted in his
hand.
Yeah. So now he'll never have to worry about losing his keys again. He'll be able to get into the car.
What if he changes the car?
That's the Tesla is supposed to last forever, isn't it?
Okay.
You cut your hand off and get a new hand.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. And Ray, this is Give Your Eyes a Break by Coming Over to the Dark Side.
Well, the article is pretty interesting. It says that there's some alleged eye health benefits, like reducing eye strain, if you use the dark mode in Windows. Although and they also, to their credit, CNET's credit, they have a sister site that says there's no definite evidence that suggests that using the dark mode does this. But I wanted to point out, I use the dark mode because I just like the way it looks. And also, this is the article talks about Windows 11, but this is also has been available for years on Windows 10.
I've been having trouble with my eyes tearing a lot, and I think one of the reasons might be not only the fact that I'm in front of the computer a lot during the day, but I also have the round light in my eyes, and so I decided today to go ahead and try the dark mode. I don't generally like the dark mode because when I do a lot of recording and so on, I don't think it records as well for tutorials and for our articles that we do. I don't think it does as well as having the white background. But I went to the dark mode today, and I'm finding it a lot easier on my eyes. It may not physically do anything for me, but I'm more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be talking today on our Chromebook session because, of course, the new upgrade in Chrome 104, the Chrome OS 104 is the dark mode, and they actually have an auto feature. And once you click the auto feature, it goes into dark mode in the evening at night, and then turns back to non-dark mode in the day. So cool, lots of interesting stuff. Thanks, Ray. Interesting article. And how much do you want to fix your own MacBook?
Well, the Apple has come out now, and you now have the ability to do your own repairs on the Apple MacBook, and you can actually download the full repair manuals if you want them. And when you're ready to shop for the parts, you put in your model number and your serial number, and it'll bring up the page and give you a list of all the prices. Now, some of the prices are relatively reasonable, considering it's an Apple product. Others, not so much. The one that jumped out at me was to replace a battery, you need to buy the entire top lid that comes with that particular part and others that are pre-attached. So that makes the cost of buying it more than what Apple charges you to replace a battery. This is very groundbreaking. I mean, Apple has been the most, you can't touch our products, and now do it yourself as Ken.
Reminds me of the old Heathkit days.
Yeah, right. That goes back a long way, Bob.
That was my first TV. It was a Heathkit.
Yeah, well,
that's Ron. We got some comments, so we might want to catch up on here a little bit. Let's see. Let's start here.
Jolin says, I'm here too on YT as well as Facebook, YouTube, as well as Facebook. You got Murray says, I would consider a flip or fold out phone if its camera and other features are as good as the best iPhone or Android. Richard Clarkson says, we can see it. Richard says, you can have 3 apps open at the same time. Kathleen said, when a new version of Apple Watch comes out, will we be able to upgrade to the Apple 7?
Yeah,
when the new version of Apple
the 4 later on in a later comment.
Ooh, will we be able to Apple 7?
Yeah. She means 4.
Apple 4.
She means Apple 4. She updates herself in a later comment.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know the answer to that. Good question. We'll have to. I don't know. That's an Apple question that probably is. The answer is no, and I just don't know that answer. Jolin says, but you are showing us the Galaxy Watch 5, not Apple. I'm not sure which one I had up. I like the Watch 5 Pro, but not enough for me to upgrade. That's right, Jolin. It's I don't know. There's not a lot of difference going to be between. I don't think it's going to really be worth, except for the battery. The battery on the. Are we talking about the? We're talking about the Galaxy Watch. On the Galaxy Watch, the battery on. I have one. The Galaxy Watch 4, the battery sucks, and it's slow charging and takes a long time to charge, and that's a problem. It does have more battery. John says, I agree, Huey. The dark mode is being helpful during my recovery from cataract surgery. Marie says dark mode is available on Macs. Mine is set to automatically switch at sunset and turns off at sunrise. Exactly. And that's what we're going to show on the Chromebook. Marie says, Heathkit, my first color TV was a Heathkit. So,
Mhm.
the
So
Heathkit
I wasn't the only one that did that.
yeah, the Heathkit TV lasted longer than any TV,
Yep.
at least 25 years. I did have to replace the CRT, though.
Good.
Okay, we're caught up.
We're caught up. Excellent. So, okay, let's move on. Ray, is this Ray? Something
Yes.
special tonight on YouTube?
Well, it's very, very highly secretive. They haven't really announced much, but tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern time, a joint announcement event from the heads of SpaceX and T-Mobile. That would be Elon Musk and Mike Severett. All that's being said now, this is to increase connectivity, but there are plenty of rumors. And then you can look it up. There's a YouTube link that'll bring in. Now, maybe Yui knows more about this than I do, but
I saw this. I saw the same article. Somebody keeps trying to call me.
I don't
Throw
know.
the phone out the window.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well,
Outside of the room.
we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see what the article. See what happens. Bob, what is this all about? What's vishing and how can I protect
vishing and how can I protect myself? Watch the video.
You made another video.
Of
I watched it
course.
this morning.
Yep.
Excellent. All right. And you can
This is one of the ones I put together with that artificial intelligence doing. But I found out that when I do it this way, I could do the other way just as fast. Yeah. So it was fun while I played with it, but I don't know if I'm going to continue using it.
All right. Huey, this is our new Fitbit lineup we just mentioned, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I think you're muted.
Yep. The phone stopped ringing.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Samsung's Galaxy 5 is okay. If you want to know that, so you can actually still buy the Galaxy Watch 3 around. If you want to know the difference, I just put this up just to show if you're interested. These are this article does discuss the differences. I'm not going to go into that with you, but that does discuss the differences. Let's have a look. Oh, so this so as you know, I go to Costco quite often, and one of the things is the complaints about Costco, not a lot of complaints, was that buggies don't have any place to put your coffee cup when you're going around the store. So what some person devised was a way to use the straps, the children's straps that are there. And you can see that the way and you can't see this because it's too far away. But if you actually look at the article, they've taken the children's straps and there's a way you can put them around and it makes it easy to put your coffee cup right in the center here. So this is a do-it-yourself article. If you want to make the Costco buggy friendly for your coffee cup, I thought that was a good article.
And do you think Costco encourages people to have open coffee cups roaming around their store?
I don't know. So the interesting thing was when I posted this article, I sent it to a friend of mine, and he immediately sent it back to me and said with another article on because he does a lot of 3D printing, and there's a ton of designs to make coffee holders for buggies with 3D printing. So if you have a 3D printer, it's very easy to make a coffee holder.
Clear your throat because the next one deserves lots of discussion.
Yeah, I'm going to probably do a video about this. This is an excellent article. I sent it to Bob and I said, your prayers have just been answered. As you know, I've been talking a lot about diabetes and the sensors that we have on the back of watches that will be coming out to monitor your blood sugar reading without a bloodless blood sugar technology. And the technology has been there for a couple of years now, and I've been yakking about it. People are probably getting tired of listening to me talk about watches being able to do your blood sugar. because it actually hasn't materialized yet, right? It actually, no one has actually brought out the watch that has that. Well, this is a company from France. It's a European company, and they have done that. And they've finished. They've been testing it now for 2 years, and this is exactly, they use the technology I've been talking about, and this does measure your blood sugar on a continuous basis with a watch. So it's being done, and it's being so this is we'll be going through the various regulatory bodies to be probably a commercial product now. So it is available, and it will be, I would expect, coming out, because this, you can read the article, but it's all about how it works and so on and so forth.
Yeah, it says they don't expect it to come out till at least 2024, which is at least another year and a half.
A lot of it will be the regulatory, getting everything, all their ducks in a row, and all the regulatory stuff done. So it is there, and it is going to come out, and I thought that was pretty exciting. And also that it's not that it's new. They've been testing this in different clinical trials since late 2020, and certainly all through 2021. And the results are really spectacular. Continuous blood sugar monitoring has big advantages for the diabetic. So, and certainly from a consumable point of view of products that you won't need glucometers, all those lancets to prick your finger, and all that sort of stuff will all go away, right? So this is going to be a big change in how we manage diabetes. So I'm pretty excited about it. They've already done this. So this is they've already Fitbit to reveal wearables. We already talked about that. So this is an interesting article. I thought, we get a lot of questions all the time, is wireless charging bad for smartphone battery health? And the answer to that question without reading the article is no, it's not. But if you want to read the article and look at why that is so, but we get a lot of questions about that.
Before we finish up, I want to make sure, got a few more comments here.
Okay. The watch is most, so Richard says Watch 5 is, we're talking about the Galaxy Watch 5 is almost exactly like the Watch 4 Classic, just no rotating bezel, and the 5 has more battery, right? Only a couple of minor differences between the two. When the price lowers, I may get one. One of the big things they're going to be touting on the Watch 5 is the continuous temperature monitoring. All the watches, including Apple coming out, they're all doing this continuous temperature monitoring because everybody's into temperature with COVID and all that sort of stuff. So that's one of the big things you're going to see on all these watches, will be the continuous temperature monitoring. Diane says, I like dark mode better myself. Yeah, just trying it out. I can see it better, and I guess my old eyes are liking it. There you go.
And this is your shopping cart in Costco. What happens when the child seat closes? I guess you're wearing that cup of coffee. And by the way, that Costco article was from a YouTube channel from Mashed, MASHED.com. And they have some really interesting videos about different stores and products that are well worth watching, and some interesting views on the good points or bad points of some articles, and also on some of the different stores and restaurants. Very interesting.
Good candidate for your favorite websites.
Yeah, it's not really a website, it's a channel, but yeah, I guess they have a website too. So yeah, I'll take a look at that and maybe add it.
I'm just looking for any more articles here. I think we've pretty much covered we've covered everything. We're sort of, it's almost top of the hour. We've almost reached the end of our hour. So I wanted just to remind everybody, we'll be doing, Hugh and I are going to go and have a little break, and then we'll be back in an hour for learning Chromebooks. Yeah, Bob, are you going to be there with us?
I'll open the doors at one on the half hour, and we'll start it on the hour.
No, I won't be there this time.
Okay. Well, we tape it so you can watch it on replay. So
We
that's
don't
good.
tape anymore.
Don't tape while we record it. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, he says that all the time. I don't correct him anymore.
That's
And
David,
it's
remember?
same thing. We always say, wind down your window. We don't wind. We haven't wound down the windows in our cars in years.
I don't think I don't think you can get a winder anymore. They're all electric.
Everything's electric. You're right.
My sister-in-law used to say, raise down the window, and I could never figure out how you do that.
Raise up, maybe.
Or turn up the air conditioner. Well, if you turn up the air conditioner, you're turning it down.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we could talk all day about the English language. My biggest pet peeve is people use the letter O instead of zero in too many instances.
All right, listen, thanks so much for coming, everyone. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Don't forget, our show on Monday is going to be a big one. We're going to have Ray's going to talk about flip phones. We're going to have Bill James talk about OneDrive, and Mike Ungerman's going to talk about solar panels. So we have a lot of Monday's going to be a busy show. This will be podcast out tomorrow, and also it's recorded on our YouTube channel. So we'll see everyone next week, same time, same place.
And hopefully in a half an hour on
Yeah.
learning Chromebooks.
Thanks for coming.
Okay.